to be on that one.
Yeah. What up, everybody? It's your boy L.Q.
So Big Chill, aka Landon, you know what it is.
And we're back with you with another episode of the Shonen Speakeasy.
Hey,
We're actually continuing a conversation. So if y'all just like, what's going on? We're continuing part of a conversation that will be another episode on its own. But just speaking on the experience I've had while streaming and the fact that will be a future episode of me detailing how it is to be a streamer, what it looks like, how the planning goes, how difficult it is with, you know, a child, and
sure.
just the impact overall. So I want to give a varied, not a varied understanding. I want to give a fair understanding, and just like also not basically clap myself up and kiss my own ass, but also give some criticisms to how I've done things as well. Because it's true. Like I haven't done everything right.
Hey, but sometimes it's nothing wrong with being your biggest cheerleader.
True that. I mean, I'm a good streamer, but I'm a good streamer when the camera and the lights are on and I'm actually on. But leading up to that of being like a good content creator, I am not. I am just not. And it's because it takes way more time than I actually have available. Damn hiccups than I have available to myself.
Which is understandable. I mean, you still have, obligations and stuff like that to your family. Of course, having basically, uh, something that changed your life, over the last year or so, Kenzo. So you're still adjusting to him, and he's adjusting to you. So of course, it's gonna take months for that to happen or whatever. So I would say, like, in regards to you being a streamer and stuff like that, um, for now, I wouldn't be too hard on yourself. You're still in the early stages. So
Yeah.
so
Believe it or not, I've been streaming for a year now.
Hey, I don't even feel like it.
It does not.
But that's a good thing if it don't even feel like it, though. That's the point. Like, the fact that you've done it for a year and stuff, and it's went by so quick, you know what you can do better, and you know what you do extremely well. And obviously, the more months go by, the easier it'll be to adjust to your new lifestyle and stuff. And obviously, you can get feedback from the audience and many other people that you take advice from or whatever. So, in regards to streaming, I've watched a few and stuff, and I know what you do, and I see what you do. So, in regards to making sure you captivate the audience, I know it can be hard sometimes because if you're playing a game that's really, really good, it's hard not to get immersed into the game and kind of, ignore the audience or whatever. Because I know plenty of times where I get into a game and I'd be like, people could just be all up in my face talking, and I wouldn't hear a damn. So I know that's one thing for sure. But then also a lot of people like to do backseat gaming and stuff like that and try to tell you, oh, you should do this, you should do that. And nigga, let me find out on my own.
Which I wouldn't mind. Like that part doesn't even get to me really. The part that gets to me is just the lack of engagement. Like when I have no one to talk to, it's just me streaming by myself, hoping and praying somebody raise my stream.
I got you. I mean, that's the thing about being, one of those up and coming streamers and stuff. Obviously, the early stages of becoming a streamer, it's going to be those times where, as long as you can deliver a product that is captivating, eventually they will come. Now, I can't tell you exactly the day or month or year when it happens or whatever, but it's going to happen. But you have to be able to basically, like I said, go back to what I said earlier, be your biggest cheerleader, and if you do feel, some type of way or whatever, it's okay to talk to other people about it, Like, if you feel like you're having trouble, bringing in the audience and stuff like that, obviously I can come in there, do a little something, and others or whatever. But obviously, when it comes to getting people to consistently do it, that's the problem.
Yeah, 100%. I genuinely don't even have anything to add on it. That was perfectly stated.
But like I said, within the next coming months or whatever, you never know what could happen. Could get rated by a big time streamer or whatever. They may have like 1,000 or 2,000, and that one raid could change the trajectory right then and there. Because all it takes is a follow here, follow there. Before you know it, sub, 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 and before you know it, you've taken off.
Yeah.
So I think I know so many streamers out there. It's probably what thousands upon thousands of streamers and stuff like
Oh
that.
my God. Probably hundreds of thousands.
Yeah. So the fact that even if you were to get like 20 people or 50 people, that would still put you like in a I won't say like top one, but like at least top 10, top 20%, because the fact that you can get that many streamers, I mean not streamers, but audience is is a big deal. And that's why I tell people all the time, I know a couple of other streamers too, and I know they always be looking at the view count and stuff, and I'm like, hey, um, it'll come, and not come when you want it, but it's gonna happen. So it's like 20 viewers, 50 viewers, 100 viewers. Hey, the fact that someone is taking time out their day to watch what is 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 20 minutes, whatever. Hey, I would say that's still progress, because the fact that you're able to capture somebody's attention for that long, and the way that society is now with all these short attention spans, hey, that's an accomplishment in my book.
Yeah.
So
I appreciate it. It's just, whenever you have big goals, and especially like being in the field where it would make you better at the thing that you're pursuing,
yeah,
you're like, either one, this should be going faster, or two, I expected this to go better. Because it's like I'm a
yeah,
marketer, so
mhm,
I don't expect to have the struggle to market the things that I do, but I do. I struggle with it all the time. I struggle being motivated to market the stuff that I do, but I feel like it's slowly coming together. It's slowly
yeah,
coming together.
yeah. Because like I said, who knows? By the time the summertime get here, marketing will be 100. The audience, everything, all comes together. Um, so I would say right now, even though you may have a couple of struggles here and there, just see it as you know a stepping stone and something that you can look back on a couple of months from now and be like, "Damn, I made it."
Do that.
Because everybody has humble beginnings and all that good stuff, unless you're just handed money like a rich kid or something like that. Um, like a lot of people be like, "Oh, I started from the bottom, nigga. You got millions of dollars from your mom or your dad. Just stop."
Your real, well, actually, your real name is Clarence, and you come from a home with very nice parents.
Exactly. Like let's stop. Because if someone would be like, they were to ever ask me, I'd be like, "Nigga, I'm not gonna pretend like I was scraping for stuff and stuff like that. Like I wasn't."
Right.
Like every story don't have to be that way, and that's okay. Like you can't help what type of situation you're born into. It's all about um, either taking advantage of it or at least not coming off as snobby and cocky and all that. Like I can't stand that shit. I can't.
Oh man. But speaking of cocky, there's a certain someone that's running things around here that I still have never liked and have even less reason to like, and it's Sean P. Diddle the People Combs. And the update on him today. By the way, I just want to say thank you for the words of encouragement. I don't want people to think I'm ignoring it. It's just like I said, we were
Hey,
continuing the conversation we were already
we've known
having.
each other for over a decade, so trust me, I ain't doing no trick.
Right. But yeah, I don't want to make a 2-hour episode because oh my god, we could. But I think we'll take a time, and I think I'll be on Twitch and break that down at some point, but not today because Diddler Combs has been noted in some case paperwork and some filings for his trial, or whatever lawsuit is supposed to be coming through the door. There are some names redacted that he has been, let's say, intimate with. And with the names redacted, now, of course, I don't fully believe the source. Like, I just don't. Like, I saw it on Spiritual Word, then I saw Shade Room cover it, and anytime the Shade Room covers anything, I automatically check out.
Like the
But this
TD
was
Jake situation.
bro, had no merit. It's just funny. Like it brings me back to like this stuff when I was talking about the Cat Williams interview, and
Oh
I'm
yeah.
just like, bro, I was like, it's funny, but can I take everything to be truth? Absolutely not. But I can say at least Complex Magazine covered it. I trust them a little bit more when it comes to music,
Sure.
and they're saying that in the lawsuit there were unnamed rappers mentioned of having been on Diddy's yacht where they allegedly had seen consorting underage girls and sex workers. And one of the things that said it, that was like the name described, was a name redacted, was described as a rapper from Philadelphia who dated Nicki Minaj. I don't even know. Now, I wanted to be a lawyer growing up. I stopped pursuing it like halfway through high school. I worked in municipal courts and stuff along that way going to college. But I don't know how the names redacted work. I feel like just being able to imply that so heavily should be a lawsuit of its own if it's not true, but neither here nor there.
Yeah, it's too specific. I mean, obviously people will put two and two together. It's not that hard to remember who dated Nicki Minaj and who's from Philly.
Yeah, and I'm just like, is there anyone else that even, remotely falls into that category? I mean, we know, people like Stevie J worked with him. Ugh. Don't want to be anywhere near that man. But unless there's anybody else that somebody can miraculously think of that's been sleeping with Nicki Minaj on the low and it's from Philly, it's Meek Mill. Now, of course, that goes from his name, like what makes it Meek Mill's name being pulled up as, the memes are saying of like people sleeping with Diddy. It says Mr. Combs informed Mr. Jones that he had engaged in sexual intercourse with rapper Redacted, R&B singer Redacted, and Stevie J. Now,
Thanks.
I don't care about Stevie J at all, not even in the slightest. I don't. I like it, whatever he does with. I just don't care. But
I mean, I don't blame you. I mean, he used to annoy me a lot, among other things. Yeah, I'm kind of on your side with that one.
like the only thing that I care about is if any of these situations are consensual or not. Also, there's been rumors or statements made that Stevie J is not the guy that was included anyway. It's some adult film star. So, whatever. Like I don't know, but that's the weird part. But like I said, the only thing
Who
I care
knows
about
at
is
this point?
right. Because my thing is, I'm taking an evaluation of everybody that's ever been seen with Diddy. Like, just look at pictures of P. Diddy with other people. Tell me how many of those people don't look like they are either under the influence or they look happy to be there. Like, not forcefully happy, like posing for the media, like genuinely, I want to be around this person happy.
Yeah.
And that's the part that worries me. Like I would hate to be a name redacted in this lawsuit, and I'm also being forced upon people as well.
Yeah, because we
Also,
truly don't know how many people are affected by this. I mean,
exactly.
you know, Cassie knocked on the door, but now this new lawsuit is basically kicking in the door. Shout out to Biggie. But
Right.
but the, but yeah, like when it comes to him and Weinstein and Epstein, like there's so many people out there that get away with this type of shit, and it's very sickening to see how society is like. As long as you got money, you can get away with type of stuff like this dude, among many others, should be buried under the jail. This shit is sickening. This shit is disgusting.
And he should have
Especially the
been never
underage. Like, what are we doing, man?
right. And I feel like there's a lot of people that aren't taking it as serious because it's, one, people just have like this idea that isn't necessarily wrong to have the idea, but there's a lot of people in this world that just have the idea that he gonna get away with it anyway. Like it's the world that we have sadly become more accustomed to. That people like this, like Diddy, get in position where they once they have a lot of money, they have enough power, they have enough say in what goes on and how things go down. And what really sucks is somebody like him can push the button and just say, make all this go away. Like the fact that we
Yeah,
even know this much is shocking. Like it's
agreed.
genuinely surprising. I am thoroughly surprised that we know as much as we know.
Agreed.
And for us to know as much as we know, it makes it seem a lot more like, this is real. Like he may this isn't just like some speculation on what he's done anymore. This may legit be him. Like this is the type of person he is. Now, like I said, for anybody that's concerned about if we're, fans or anything like that, I have always disliked Diddy for a very long time. So don't worry. It's not like we're gonna be pulling what R. Kelly fans are doing now, where they come out with
Oh
all
yeah,
this apologist type stuff.
not at all.
Yeah, but also I didn't do that for R. Kelly. I don't like R. Kelly either. But it's just wild to see that people, go to bat for these guys, and then it's like, well, look at that disappointment you got going on there. How did that work out for you? But anyway, like I was saying, it's
Kind of sounds
sad,
like me through with Kanye back in the day.
bro. That's hey, I don't even know what to say about that. I mean, but at least I will say, at least Kanye has not done any physical harm to anyone. Not
That is
saying,
true.
and like, of course, for the people that are very concerned about me making that statement, yes, you can do verbal harm and you can hurt communities with your words. But let me be
She
very,
has done.
very, yeah, let me be very honest. Nobody cares about that nearly as much as you non-consensually putting your body parts on someone else. It's a factual thing. It's okay. Like it's not a pissing contest to see who's been hurt the most, but it is a thing. It is a real thing. And with that, these things have to be taken seriously, but they also have to be taken with complete caution. It is very easy for people like this to get off ill, but it's very easy for people like this to get away with what they've done,
Yeah,
and for them to be able to go back into, living basically the normal life, like, and not having to deal with any of the repercussions of their actions. And that's scary. We don't want that to happen. So this stuff has to be taken seriously. It can't be taken with a grain of salt. I mean, I get the people that make the jokes, and I'm not gonna lie, sometimes they're funny, but as a person who himself has been a victim of sexual assault, I just can't find a way to just like not always think about how these people may feel. Like it has to be terrible to go into a situation where you either think you're going to be safe or you think that it's no big deal, and then you come out being the victim of a crime, or you feel like you can't trust anyone because when something like this happens, it's always, oh, you just going to get a check, you just trying to do blah blah blah, and it's like, nah, man, this may actually be the real deal, and we need you to actually bother, like listening and paying attention. So whatever it
Yeah,
is.
because I think that's why people keep making all these jokes is because same thing that happened with the Cassie trial. Like once she got that settlement, it just kind of disappeared. So I think everybody's expecting the same thing to happen where no matter how many people come out against him, they expect him to just settle with every single person or whatever. And a couple of months later, everybody forgets about it and go on about their life.
That's true. And I don't want these type of things to go away, just for the simple fact that it would be nice to not just see, like a few people get justice, but like for all the people to get justice. Like I really want whatever is the right thing to happen, because it would be wrong of me to sit here and automatically just be like, yep, Diddy's guilty. But if he is, I want everything that is supposed to happen to this man to happen. And like
Yeah.
I want the full due process. I don't want them to skip any steps. I want everything to be exactly how it's supposed to be. And sometimes that just, that takes away from the time to joke. And I think this is one of those situations where, like, yes, people still gonna make jokes. I'm not gonna hold that against them if they do. But times like this, admit it, it really makes you think. Like, there's some evil ass people in this world.
Yeah.
Like, that's all you can really say. It's just like there's some evil ass people in this world, and I never expect you. You don't want it to be your people, but it is what it is. Like, it does happen, and those people need to be held accountable too. He already lost some of his stuff. Like, that's not an automatic say like, oh, he's definitely guilty because he lost access to some things that he was making money from. But look at Jonathan Majors. But people distance themselves, and they distance themselves because the possibility that it can be true, especially when there's not a verdict involved yet. Now that's when it gets scary. But yeah, I don't think anyone involved with him is like, oh yeah, we all good. Like, I don't, nah. Mm-mm.
It shouldn't be. I mean, the fact that, people that are supposed to be close to him wasn't even safe, even his own, sons and assistants and stuff like that, like, whether it's man or woman, that should scare people. That people in power feel like they can just do whatever, whenever, and don't have to worry about any consequences.
Right?
Like
that's
everybody should be disgusted by that shit.
And I hope and pray that whatever these people are going through, I hope that they aren't getting bold out of, a desire to get paid. I hope they are actually gaining peace from this, from whatever's going on. And I hope that everybody's telling the truth. Like, me and you both have seen plenty of people lying recently.
Yeah,
and I'm
unfortunately.
just like, ooh. Yeah, I'm just like, ooh, don't go down that road.
Please don't, because that also brings up another argument. Like a lot of people be like, "Well, how do you know it's all facts, and how you know they ain't lying?" And in too many cases where a lot of people come out and lied or manipulated to say certain things and that wasn't true. Um, so I just want all the facts to come out on everything on the table, so we can see exactly how disgusting this dude is. 'Cause I truly believe he's done most of the stuff that people said he's done. Just same thing with R. Kelly back in the day. And the fact
Yep.
that he was able to walk free for so long, and then of course that Surviving R. Kelly came out and many other stuff. I'm just like, this is a sick man. And same thing with Diddy. Same thing with other people too.
Right.
These type of people, society should come together at least, um, and shun these people, man. Like this should not be tolerated.
Exactly.
I don't give a damn how much money you got. You can't just do whatever the hell you want. That's not how this shit should work.
Exactly.
But I'm pretty sure there's
Like,
plenty of people. Hey, you give me a bag or whatever, you ain't have to worry about anything from me. Be that.
one day, man. One day, this stuff will go the way it's supposed to, and the world will be a little bit safer because of it. But until then, I really, really hope and pray that whatever whatever is going on with this man, handle it, even if he got to get handled himself.
Yeah. Man, getting too out of hand. It's been too many years, too many stories. Where there's a smoke, there's fire.
Exactly. Crazy part is people should have been coming after him when he just wasn't paying his artist.
Yeah,
Like,
shout out to Mace.
yeah, for real. Like, I'm just like you. Like, it makes it easier to assume that he is not a good person from stuff like that. And I don't want to be like, oh yeah, he's terrible because he didn't pay somebody. But like, it really makes it way easier for someone to be like, you know what, you really ain't shit. Like, and it's so easy. Like, it really is. But I think
Hey,
at some point it'll all come together. I just hope that it isn't all just shadowed by throwing money at a problem.
yeah, I think it's gonna take at least a few people where they be like, I don't give a damn about your money or whatever. I want everybody to know the truth. So if that was to happen, I think that's what it's gonna take for a groundswell of support if you don't take the money, because so many people are driven by money, and if they don't take it, I think that's finally where we can get some action going.
Bro, dead serious. Yes. Absolutely. One day, eventually. I don't know. It may not be this case. It may be someone else. I feel like the generation that is
It's gonna take somebody who has just as I think if someone has about close to the same amount of money as Diddy, and he did something to them, I think it might take something like that.
yeah, but I just don't feel like anybody would bother doing it. You know, like I don't think he would be that guy.
Yeah,
Like what
'cause they may have
Loki
some
was
skeletons in the closet themselves.
exactly. I feel like they would all get along because they all equally have too much to lose.
It's true. Damn, that's really sad, man.
It is. But to brighten y'all day up a little bit, speaking of things that are sad, this ain't. Mitch McConnell announced that he's stepping down from the Senate because he's old and his brain barely works, and he stutters during presentations, doesn't know how to answer questions, and he's been ruining this country for as long as he possibly could. Needless to say, I am ecstatic. I am happy. I am elated, some would say. I am I feel like there is a, there's a bomb in Gilead right now. I could jump up and shout and praise the Lord. I hate Mitch McConnell.
Snapping
And
turtle is gone.
yep. And but the thing is, I don't think. I mean, we already know there's not enough. Getting rid of Mitch McConnell doesn't end the problem. You know that is our government.
Yep.
But at least it's one less person that we have to worry about. And I know there's not much to look forward to when you say something like that, because you think about how many Senate members there are, how many House members there are, you know. But I've never wanted someone to go away so bad. I mean, this man is opposed wage increases.
It's just insane.
He's voted against black lung benefits for for workers that have dealt with carbon monoxides and other dangerous hazardous materials.
Asbestos.
Yeah. He supported massive tax breaks for the wealthy. We don't really need that. And this is coming from somebody, I make pretty good money. Not groundbreaking money. Like I wish podcasting could take off without me putting thousands of dollars in it, because I can't afford to. But like I'm not afraid to say I pay a fair share amount of taxes, but I pay them because I want to develop the community that I'm in. But not having a choice in how that money is spent pisses me off. Anyway,
Yeah, for sure.
Other terrible things that this man has done. He's also, instead of helping the jobless workers, he blocked legislation extending unemployment insurance benefits. Of course, he blocked the Bank on Student Emergency Loan Refinancing Act. He's voted against everything that would make it easier for Kentucky workers to get good pay and decent benefits. He voted against the Paycheck Fairness Act, which was going to narrow the pay gap, which was going to help in narrowing the pay gap between men and women, because y'all keep saying that there is no pay gap. But look at that. Something that has to be voted for and voted against. Anyway. His obstruction prevents progression. And there's going to be somebody put in his place there's going to be, just as not, I guess, productive for.
Just as narrow-minded as he is.
Yeah, there we go. That's the best way to put it. I was going to say stopping productivity, but it's going to be someone just as narrow-minded as him. And don't forget, this man thought that we could make it through an entire pandemic with like a $1,200 to $1,500 check. Like, I just don't understand.
Insane.
I just don't understand.
Dude was saying, that should last about 3 to 6 months. Hearing that from any type of politician should let you know how out of touch they are with the common citizen. 1,200 is not even enough to get through a whole 2 to 3 weeks, bro. Like, what are we talking about?
Right.
But because y'all so comfy, sitting up on Capitol Hill, making thousands upon thousands of dollars, and not doing a damn thing to help out the lower class, middle class, and then just hearing about all the tax breaks for the rich. For what? You can afford to pay taxes, bro. I understand for them to stay rich and stuff like that, they gotta be able to hang on to their wealth and stuff. But come on now, like let's be serious. Like
exactly.
you paying your taxes or whatever, especially if like 20% of the rich people pay taxes. You know how much that could benefit so many people in this nation.
Exactly.
But you don't want to think about that.
Right. The craziest part is that they have other avenues, like revenue streams. So while the everyday person, the lower middle class, low class, unfortunately, like while these people are struggling to make the money that they desire to make and to make a way for their families, these people could pay their taxes. They usually don't. And they're getting money that is usually non-taxable as well. Or they're giving money that is easily a tax write-off, and they they get that money back, or they have a specific loophole that truly just benefits and lines their pockets. So I don't feel bad when things happen to these people financially that take advantage of these avenues of making more money for themselves while exploiting the daily worker.
Yeah.
I have nothing good to say about any of them. But like I said, I'm excited for Mitch to be gone. I'm sad to see who they may replace him with, because it's probably going to be someone that is very akin to who he already is. Also, I think I'm echoing in your background.
I say in their eyes, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Are you still echoing, King?
Let's see. Nope, no more echo. Let's go.
But yeah, when it comes to just the whole structure of politicians and stuff, the fact that we're about to potentially be voting for, again, the oldest president, setting a new record because both parties decide they want to just keep, I guess, putting up the oldest person. Like, that doesn't make any sense to me. In regards to Capitol Hill as a whole, like the Senate and the House Republicans, I mean, not House Republicans, House Representatives, it feels like House Republicans. But
Yeah,
like just in regards to us, we have to have some type of. I know that they probably would never want to introduce it, but we got to have an age limit. Like, you can't be no 75, 85 or something like that sitting in Congress and basically making bills and stuff like that, or laws, based on how outdated your mindset is. Like, the way that society has shown to be more progressive day by day, there's certain stuff that you have to change. And then obviously once you pass away, which will probably be in 5 to 10 years, um, the damage that you're doing right now, you ain't going to be able to be alive to even see it. So of course you don't care about what happens, and that's the problem. Like,
right.
when it comes to 5 to 10 years from now, we got to deal with the ramifications of what mistakes and stuff like that they're making right now. And that's why I tell people all the time, like, a lot of people be like, oh, my vote doesn't matter and this and that. If I hear that, 10 times, guess what? And apply that to somebody else, they hear that 10 times, and then so on and so on. Before you know it, it's over thousands of people saying, oh, my vote doesn't matter. Oh, every single one matters. Whether it's, locally, statewide, of course, nationwide, like, we all have to come together and actually want better for ourselves. Because if we just keep putting in the same old people every single time, then all of us complain and stuff like that. We have to look ourselves in the mirror like, y'all put them niggas in there. Y'all keep them niggas in there.
Exactly.
So like, when it comes to campaign promises and stuff like that, they don't have to mean that shit. We just eat up the same old, stick every single time it's for election, and they keep basically getting away with it scot free. And I know a lot of people be like, "Oh, well, these new generations, y'all don't know what y'all talking about," and like, or maybe y'all don't know what y'all talking about, bro. How about that?
And they
Like,
usually don't. Like, they're always out of touch. But everything is
yeah,
our fault at that point.
yeah.
They can afford to
Like,
be out of touch. We can't have any slack.
if it's not about, oh, y'all don't want to work, y'all don't want to make babies, y'all don't want to do this, y'all don't want to do that. Like, well, why do y'all have to dictate what we do and stuff? Like, just because it worked for y'all doesn't mean that it necessarily works for the generation after you, and so on and so forth. That's why you have to be able to adapt. You don't adapt, that's how shit, crumbles eventually. And I think we are getting to that point to where I think a lot more people are starting to just get sick and tired of having the same old shit every single time we you know talk about this type of stuff. Like, the fact that people were having to decide, oh, I would love to get some groceries or whatever, but I also need to fill up my gas tank, or this, I need to do that. People to not even thinking about raising minimum wage, let alone, looking at the standard of living. Minimum wage in any state is not good enough for the standard of living in any state. Especially, God forbid, you have a kid or two to take care of on top of yourself. It's not enough. Something has to change.
Exactly. But that also relies a lot on the people taking action to make that change.
For sure. But a lot of people just want to talk about it and not do anything about it. Because trust me, I know, like previously, years ago, whatever, I would do a lot of talking, even before I could vote.
Right.
Yeah, it's definitely time, man. Like, we have to put our actions with our words and stuff. If we don't do that, can't sit here and just complain all the time. We got to actually do some shit about it.
Yeah.
I'm not saying go go to Capitol Hill and do a January 6th or anything. Gotta do something.
Y'all already know what my crazy opinion is on that. They did the right thing for the wrong reason. Like, you storm the Capitol because you wanted to take back election that you thought was rigged, even though it clearly wasn't rigged. And not only did he lose the electoral vote, he also lost the popular vote. Like, my peoples, all y'all chill out. Like, going to protest at Capitol Hill is like a very big statement, and that's the reason why we keep talking about it today. I mean, they didn't take the other step, like assassinating folks. Now,
that's a little wild.
the fact that they threatened violence when they got up there, that's when you start going wrong with me. Not because, once again, not because I don't think violence can be the answer sometimes. It's because y'all idiots were unprepared.
Yeah, man, that was pathetic. People over here falling down and stuff, trying to climb up the walls and shit. I'm like, what are y'all doing, bro?
And I'm just like, especially like after that woman got shot, and then they were just like, "Oh my god, it was so excessive." It was like, bro, y'all were really trying to attack Congress members.
Yeah, like come on, bro. What are we
y'all
doing?
were destroying stuff inside the building, climbing up the wall. Like, you really didn't expect that somebody thought y'all were gonna be a threat, a real threat? Okay, all right, guys.
We just need to put a nursing home on Capitol Hill and keep them busy, and just do a complete overhaul.
Or have all of them participate in like TNA, AEW, and WWE matches.
Yeah, I'm cool with that too.
Just have them fight for their titles as Congress members.
Yeah, for sure.
I like. I can see the Miz as Speaker of the House. It's not a bad idea.
I'm not mad at that.
By the way,
I think it would be pretty fair.
Hey, I think you'd be fair too. I'm not even mad at it. Now, my thing would be, I would be kind of scared when there's like a heel turn in the middle of a vote. Like, just imagine like a filibuster, and with like LA Knight, and then all of a sudden Miz is like, yeah, all this is great. Keep it going. And then after that, he's like, you're out of order. Shut the hell up and sit down. And just like,
or the Rock, because I know everybody's been talking about, he could potentially run for president, and he actually does become president.
Oh my god!
And then turn around, be the worst one of all time, be like hard on everybody, don't give a damn who you are and stuff like that. Like, that shit would be insane.
Oh man!
If Trump can be elected, anybody can at this point.
Yo, that truer words are yet to be spoken. I'm telling you.
I mean, we can get somebody off the street as long as he says the right things, man. They'll eat it up, which is insane, man.
I will.
That just shows you how powerful words can be sometimes.
And it's mainly because the people don't want to research the things behind these statements too. Like, literally going on a platform for either the DNC or RNC, like you see their platforms and they'll give you like some details on it,
Or
And
just straight up lie.
yeah, and or like it's so broad that anything falls underneath that umbrella.
That's
What are
true
your
too.
feelings about on education? Children are the future. All right. Education is important. Okay.
That's,
We need to create opportunities for children to learn in a safe environment. Yeah, kind of the goddamn obvious. How are you going to go about that? More programs in schools. All right. What does that sound and look like? Where is that money coming from?
you elect me, I'll show you.
Exactly. And then it's a big old tease. You're just like, what the hell? This isn't only elections. Like you don't get an OnlyFans type of guard on this. What the hell is wrong with you?
Yeah, if you resubscribe, it's 50% off in what was that? In November. I got
Yeah,
time for
this
that, man.
and then they spend the whole time in office trying to make sure that they get reelected. Trash. Trash.
This shit is embarrassing, man. Like, and then I hate whenever like you complain about the country or not even complain, just hoping better for the country. Well, you don't have to stay here. You can get the hell out. Like, why is that always the answer?
It's always the answer because people love being content. They have no aspirations to change anything about their current situations.
Or
And
being
they
fake
all
patriotic.
exactly. As long as everything benefits them, they don't care.
It's true
Those
too.
people don't have to be honest about none of that. And that's exactly what they do. They're not gonna be honest about it, they're not gonna be real about it. Because they're already in a position of they have what they want, nothing else matters.
Shit crazy, man.
It is.
But it just shows you how selfish people are. Oh, well, I would say most people, because I know for sure if someone would be like, "Oh, I'm gonna give you $50 million or whatever," um, I'll give you more if you decide to share it with somebody. No, just give it to me. That's all I care about. No, not doing that. Like I
Right.
don't ever. I've never considered myself to be selfish. I want to see everybody eat. Like you, Claude, everybody that I know. I just want to see everybody eat and do well. I don't want to see people
Right.
struggling. I don't even have to know you. I want you to be doing well for yourself because I've seen how bad it can be for people. I thank God that I've never been in that situation, but I've seen how bad it can get for people. I don't wish it on anybody. I don't give a damn if I have issues with you and stuff like that. One thing that I'll always say is I never wish the worst for you.
Ugh. I want the best for the most people possible. And I know that there's always gonna be outliers and people will always be upset or not impressed or, something always goes down, but
Yeah, like if
I
you're a
don't
rapist and pedophile or stuff like that, yeah, fuck you.
yeah. And I mean in the people that do fall in those categories. Like, do some of them deserve rehabilitation for the things that they're interested in? Blah. Yes, even though I hate it, but like, there's of course a lot of people that I rather just leave as outliers. But they also, some of them fall into that category of people that could do better, like people that could do better in society, being way better than what they are if they
Mhm.
had proper resources. Rapists, I can't get with. People that like people that are a little too young, bro, redirect that into just liking petite women or like go date a little person. I don't know. Just date a consenting adult.
Not wrong. There's too many adults out there that come in all shapes and sizes. Like, why are you preying on underage people on both sides of the spectrum? Like, I don't understand how you can see a kid and be like, "Oh yeah, that's what I want." What?
I don't understand it either. Cause like there's like a social aspect to like courting, dating, and even just casual sex. Oh, like I don't want to talk to somebody that doesn't have a sense of maturity. Also, that just looks like a kid. Ew.
Yeah, it's disgusting, bro. Like the hell. I remember I told any of my cousins, nieces, and nephew. Yeah, I told like, hey, let me know if anything weird is going on, cause hey, I don't mind going to jail if I gotta protect somebody. I'm cool with that.
Right.
'Cause that shit right there, I do not tolerate messing with the kids, and I don't tolerate messing with the elderly. I do not like that shit.
No, especially yeah. And we know me. I don't like old people, but I still don't want you to mess with old people.
Yeah,
And just for the people that don't know, like it's more so an ongoing joke than it is a real thing. Don't worry, because I know some people are just like, "What?"
yeah, he's
Yes.
not a bad person, guys. He just likes to joke. And we all like to joke about certain things, so it's all good. I ain't worried about it. I ain't. Excuse me. But yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, hopefully society does get its shit together, whether it's politicians or just in general. Because the fact that people are having to decide certain bills and this and that, like the fact it's been like that for a couple of years now, that's insane.
Yeah, for real.
The fact that also that a shot vaccine caused so many people to be on one side or the other. I'm just like, why are we always coming up with more and more things to divide?
Because the vision makes money.
Yeah, unfortunately, it does. The fact that healthcare is not free for every single American is insane to me.
Absolutely.
God forbid that you come down with something and obviously it's no fault to your own. Like God forbid someone shoot you or something like that, and you got to pay because you got shot.
Right. Ridiculousness.
Like, that's just a crazy concept. God forbid you come down with sickness. Well, because you got sick, you did it on purpose, so you got to pay. Yeah, sure. My body got sick on purpose. Yeah, sure.
That's why I was thinking, man, I looked at my doctor's appointment for this week and how much I would have owed without insurance just to get a physical. Ridiculous.
You're robbing
Four
people out
hundred
here
and
blind.
sixty-five dollars
Damn.
a physical. I was like, there's no freaking way. No way at all.
That's the thing. People should be able to get free physicals or anything. If something's ailing you. It shouldn't be like, oh, well, what's your insurance? Oh, you can only get this percentage off. Or you can get this, or you can get that. Oh, we got a substitute for this. And then, like, I need help. Okay, here you go. God bless. Simple. Or at least it should be. But
Exactly.
nothing's ever simple in this country. So it's always what can you do for me? Not what can the fact that we have to pay taxes throughout the whole year, turn
Mm-hmm.
around tax season. We're literally getting scammed all year and get scammed at the beginning of the year again. That's stupid. And what are they doing with all the taxes, bro? Send it to Ukraine? Send it to Israel? Like, like every
Exactly.
time I turn around, sending billions of dollars to them. Like, huh? We can't even take care of the homeless out here. We can't even take care of healthcare. We can't take care of people who are struggling to pay bills. But we got billions of dollars sent to different countries. But we can't take care of student loans. Come on, man. Should be irking me, man.
Exactly. And I get why they do some of it. It's because it's like if you don't keep your allies happy, then things fall apart. But I'm just like, God damn, man! Like, keep
I
your
know they try
actual
not to.
citizens happy.
I know they're trying to make sure that World War III don't pop off, but the billions of dollars that you've been sending over there, tell me you can't take out a couple billion away student loans first of all, or something else. Don't get me started with, oh well, they got to get that money from somewhere, so the taxpayers got to pay for it. What the hell you think they doing sending all that money to these other countries, our allies? Where do you think that's coming from? I don't want to hear anything about no, oh well, the country itself, we're trillions of dollars in debt. We're trillions of dollars in debt. Why the hell are we keep sending out my shit? Fake to me. We're in debt. Stop.
Exactly. And the crazy part is the debt that we're in is in debt to the citizens. Like the government is in debt to its own people. I think like 20 billion of the debt is like to pay out things that go to the everyday citizen, like infrastructures and social security, things like that. So it's the debt ain't even the debt isn't even like, oh, we owe other countries so much. Like a lot of the debt is us. Is for us.
It's insane. It's literally written like a loan. It's something that, especially like a student loan, like it's meant for to not pay it off for 20, 30 years. Like I've know somebody who's been paying like $50,000 on, well, they have a 50,000 student loan. Been paying on that thing for over 15 years. Like they've been ungraduated and they're still paying off that loan.
Oh yeah. At this point, I've almost given up on mine.
I look at it and I'll drop a couple, couple hundred every now and then. I'm just want to keep doing this. Like other people shouldn't have to do. Be like, oh, I paid off my student loan. Well, congratulations.
Yeah, exactly. A lot of people still need debt forgiveness, and a lot of that will reduce a lot of the issues that we have going on in this country, especially with people not being able to, just live their everyday lives and afford things.
Because like whenever people be bragging about them, well, that means you got a pretty decent paying job. Some people don't have that particular opportunity. Some people graduate, some people want a better life, but it doesn't always happen immediately. Some people go through some trials and tribulations, health-wise or down on your luck or, family. So many different situations that you don't know people's situation. So whenever people be like, you knew what you was getting into when you took out that loan, like you don't
You
know
don't.
why they had to take out that loan in the first place.
Right. And then even then, like you truly, like we're fresh out of high school, hyped up off of people that just want us to go to school again so we can get a better job. Like, no, we didn't know what we were getting into.
Yeah.
And it's not completely our fault for not knowing what we're going into. The people that guided us into these situations didn't even bother to try to, help us. Like they help us have a greater understanding. They just keep saying the same thing. You go to college so you can get a better job. You go to college, you get a degree in something you kind of like. That way you can do it forever. You can get a good paying job. You move up the ladder, and then after that, you get to retire at 65. You get to enjoy your life, and man, it's all good from there. And then you come to find out, like about time, we're barely into our 30s. Like we're not even that deep into our 30s, and they're already talking about be prepared to retire at 70. The average the average life expectancy here is in the U.S. is like what 68.
You talking about it's going up and stuff, but the fact that you're wanting people to basically work their whole lives is it's not ideal, man.
Right now, before I know people are gonna be like, something such and that, right? So for men in the U.S., the average life expectancy as of 2019 is like 78. So cool. When you're already too old to enjoy the things you want, you get to have a decade after a decade after you retire. But if it moves up to 70, you get 8 years. Some people spend that much time in college alone.
Yeah, and you're telling me you only get to spend like 10 years retired, enjoying the fruits of my labor,
Exactly.
or 30 plus years or whatever, just so I can have a 401k. It's not ideal. Ideal is for everybody to work a few years, maybe retire around 40, 45, something, the rest of their life. Like I feel like 40, 45 is a good age. And then what kills me now is a lot of people think that if you don't have it together by your 25, you're just you're nothing,
Yeah.
which doesn't make sense to me. Like that's one thing about the new generation. I be like, they always want to get on people. Oh, you're an old head if you're 28, 29. It's like barely scratching the surface. Like 30 is still very, very young. But
Very.
in the eyes of children or kids, like, oh, you're old. No, not at all.
At least not yet. Good Lord. Give me a break.
Yeah. like like I tell people all the time, like I don't really consider old until you like in your 60s. So once you
Yeah.
get to the 60s or whatever, I feel like okay, you settle down.
I'm
30,
not gonna
stop it.
lie. Old to me is whenever you're supposed to be forced to retire from football. So like 42. That's when you're old. Like I made the joke a while back. I was like, old is when you get tired of re-signing that player in Madden or in 2K and you just trade them for a draft pick. That's old. And now I'm literally close to that age where I would have traded myself for a draft pick. I'm like, no, I'm not that old.
My mindset has changed.
Right. Actually, my speed stats aren't that bad. They didn't go down that far. But yeah, nah, it's
I am still in my prime, just the back end of it.
right. You're gonna get 2 more good seasons out of me. Oh, and it looks
Shit,
like my
crazy.
son's awake. Let's hope that my wife gets here while I'm recording this episode. Come on, get up. Yeah, watching Kenzo on a monitor is so interesting because just as a I don't know how to exactly say it, but like just as a kid, like seeing how he develops and how much he is capable of, I'm just like, bro, this is weird. Like, like he, excuse me, damn, it's weird because he he's you see the development of a human being. Like he does stuff that I just really don't anticipate someone his age to do. Like I was trying not to curse. I mean, it's not even just now trying. I'm just in general really trying to lower the amount of cursing that I do in my life. And I hit something and I was like, God dog it. And now he says, God dog. God dog. And I'm just like, bro, this is fucking hilarious. It
Pick up
is. I
on me
mean,
real quick.
yeah, and I'm just like, bro, he barely knows how to say mama, and he's saying "got dog." Like, it's impressive, and I see why some people are like, yeah, being a parent is worth it because the joy that you get to the joy that it brings to see real life development is crazy. Now, do I recommend people, um, like going out and having kids? Nah, nah, bro, don't. Just being real with y'all. Don't. A lot of people aren't fit to be parents in the first place, but a lot of this world just, man, it's so much to worry about. And if you're not fully prepared for that, it's just so hard to prepare to have a kid. It's so hard. Like I don't know what to prepare for. You know what I'm saying? Like every day is something new. And then that like attachment that you have to your kid and like the desire for them to basically take over the world, oh, it's crazy. It's instant too. Like I tell people all the time, like Kenzo is my best friend. I'm pretty sure I'm nowhere close to his, but that's my best friend. Like you always want you always want the best for your best friend. You always call, you call out the BS, and I'm just like, yeah, this little kid is perfect. And I don't know, man, it takes over. But I can get on the tangent about my son in April. On the 19th, when he becomes a 1-year-old, I actually want to stay with the topics that we have at hand because I think they're even more interesting. And after complained about the government, we can now talk about something that is outside of government control, and that is the beauty of anime.
Love me some anime.
Have you been watching anything lately?
To be honest, mostly what I've been watching, obviously One Piece. I was on a nostalgia trip not too long ago. I was like rewatching Yu Yu Hakusho, and I was rewatching Dragon Ball Z, but in sub. Because growing up, I only watched the dub, so I never watched the sub. And to see the drastic difference in the language and stuff like that was actually pretty entertaining, honestly. And but nothing beats One Piece for me. One Piece is my goat, and obviously I don't want to spoil for people who haven't had time to watch somebody that I know I'm talking to
Thank
right
God.
now.
Yeah, I was
But
about to say, bro, if you do that, I'm
but
ending I'm ending the whole call.
but I just think it's a fantastic story, and the fact that it's been going on for 20 plus years, over thousands of episodes, and I'm still, you know, so enamored by the show itself. Not even just the show itself, but I also read the manga too, and I just can't get enough of it. And it gives me appreciation for people who work on their craft like that. Because back in the day, I wanted to make either a cartoon or a comic book or something like that, which I probably might still do. Who knows? Because I've gotten back into drawing because of anime and stuff.
Right.
Um, and I even thought about getting an animation book so I can like start drawing specifically towards like making animations and stuff. So I would say that those type of shows or whatever definitely inspired me, and I wish I could find my drawings that I did back in the day. I did so many, and not to sound cocky or anything, but I was like, damn, I didn't know you was that good at this shit,
Right.
because like just looking at it, I'd be like, damn, what the fuck, I did that. But other animes that I definitely want to get back, well, not get back into, but get started. Leveling. I need to finish up Jujutsu Kaisen. I need to finish Attack on Titan. I know it's been done for a while, guys, but I haven't finished it, so obviously I want to see what happened. And
Right.
yeah, that's all I got for now. What about you?
So I have actually downloaded the entire season 1 of Jujutsu Kaisen because I never finished it. For those that like Chainsaw Man, you have a problem, and I think you need help. I did not like it after episode 3. I thought that the motivation was not comical, but just raunchy and stupid. But I did watch it. I gave it a chance. I did what I was supposed to do. Damn it. I tried. Let's see. I've watched. Man, I actually been on a roll with some of the animes. Of course, I'm still catching up on One Piece. Kenzo will be in elementary school by the time I get caught up. I'm not even gonna go into that no more. It hurts my soul. Um, other things that
I started from the ground up. So like I started when I was in elementary school. So that's why whenever I
see,
tell people, that's why when I tell people, I know how taxing it can be to try to catch up on One Piece because it's such a long journey, and that's why I always give people warnings like, "Hey, I started from the get go, so
yeah,
it's easy for me to say, oh yeah, I've watched them all." But
yeah,
yeah, in
you
regard,
just at worst you get a few episodes behind, and you're just like, all right, well, it is what it is. I'll just watch it one day.
yeah,
And that's what
exactly.
I be trying to tell people. I'm just like, bro, y'all keep saying, well, if you watch so many episodes every day, you can catch up in a year. And I'm just like, once I had like one, I prioritize gaming over any form of media, like any other form of media. I'd rather play video games than go to the movies. I'd rather play video games than watch TV. I'd rather play video games than watch YouTube. And for anybody that knows me, I freaking love YouTube. YouTube is my golden goose. I love watching YouTube. I don't like I don't like eating food without having a good YouTube video to watch. Like when people scroll
Good,
TikTok, I'd rather be on YouTube. I don't care
good
if it's
man.
a 30-minute video or whatever have you. It's my thing. That's my media of choice. So if I rather play video games than that, and that's not even just for streaming, that's for personal as well. Yeah, man. It's gonna take me a while. But back to the anime. I have watched Kotaro Lives Alone, and I must say I thought that it was gonna be, you know, just a comedy and it was gonna be nothing to it, because for those that don't know the premise of the show, it's a little 5-year-old kid that lives alone and he is basically living the most adult way possible. Like he's paying his own bills and all this stuff. He goes to the grocery store for himself, all that jazz. Um, I thought it was just gonna be like corny, kind of funny, and it ended up being something that like in one of the episodes I almost broke down in tears. Like just it was, and not even from laughter. It was just an emotional moment where I was like, "Oh my god, that was beautiful." But the rest of it is more in line with, what I was talking about. It's a bit more of it is on the, I would say, the serious, I mean not serious, the comical side. I don't know why in the world I just said the total opposite of what I intended. But yeah, a bit more of it is on that comical side, but it's really well balanced show. Netflix hit it out the park with that one. I am happy with them. Other shows that I have watched, I'm trying to make a speed run so I don't take up all the time. I know I've been talking a lot compared to to Landon. My bad.
Are you
Del-
good?
Delicious in Dungeon.
I'm sitting here
Excellent show.
listening. I'm over here about to write down the animes you talking about because I want to watch some too. Shit.
Oh yeah, yo, Delicious in Dungeon. Watch it. It's fun. It's still pretty early on. It's only 9 episodes in. Dear God, am I already an episode behind? God damn it. I'll probably watch it tonight. Honestly, I'll probably, if I'm not gonna play video games, I'm probably gonna watch Delicious in Dungeon to catch up because it is really good. It's one of the shows that since it's been on, I've been doing my best to stay on it, and I love it when other people are watching it as well. So it makes it real easy for me to keep up with. Um, Zom 100, hilarious. Anytime somebody is excited that they don't have to go to work because like anytime somebody is happy for a zombie apocalypse just because they don't have to go to work, epic win. Automatically funny. And also the show that you said you haven't watched yet, Solo Leveling. They call the manga, I think, a mawa or something like that. Whatever. I've only read like maybe a chapter and a half. I liked it. The thing is, the link that I had got shut down. As soon as they announced the show, I was like, it's going down. It's got to be good. And god damn it, it was. It's so good. For people that don't like it, I mean, I guess they're just like, read the manga. It has way more details and blah, 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 blah. I mean, it's whatever, bro. Like, enjoy your media how you enjoy it, but don't take away that the animation is solid. And it is. I went back and read some more of the manga later. It is shot for shot, like the same thing. I don't get what people are complaining about. It's really close.
That
Really,
is one
really
thing
close.
about that is one thing about the community that does get on my nerves. Like manga readers be like, "Oh well, it's superior to read it," and then of course anime watchers only. Oh well, it's better to just watch it. Like I don't give a damn if you read it or if you watch it. It doesn't matter if you watch it in sub or dub. Whatever way that you want to enjoy it, you enjoy it that way.
Not
And
only that,
don't let people tell you, oh, well, you got to watch it in the most natural state. Shut your ass up, man. I don't want to
yeah,
hear that.
shut up. Like, shut your ass up. Oh God. So I have to take a quick break and I will return. But we will give y'all part 2 in just a moment. So Shonen Speakeasy. We out for a minute.
Right.